After being taken to the Roost by the police, the king seized the Griffin chicken chick from the party and allowed them to go about their business in town, only because Wen was a foreign diplomat. Stopping first at the port authority to register their vessel, Akhmanos acquired some important clerical equipment, which he proceeded to use as the party toured around the poorly planned town with their new friend Timmy. In the town, Akhmanos infiltrated the Poultry Guild, wherein he used their fears to secure funding for a future fact-finding mission to Porkpiepopolis. After that, the party went to meet Timmy's stripper mom for some reason. Leaving Timmy to enjoy the sights of the strip club, the party took his mom to the back room where they had an orgy, during which Akhmanos practiced his necromancy skills. The party eventually dropped Timmy and his mom off at their house, and some necrocest ensued. I'm not sure how to condense that many bad things into one word. After confronting Timmy's father Kurt, who walked downstairs, horrified at what he found, the party decided to take Timmy with them to be a pirate, as perhaps a replacement for Brian, who they were kind of growing tired of. As they left, Akhmanos relinquished control of Timmy's mom's corpse. Back on the Devil's Beef, the party had Timmy and Brian fight for their love. It was a hard-fought battle, with a number of missed attacks, but in the end, Timmy lost when he stupidly threw away his only advantage, which Brian used to finish off that poor, small, helpless child. The next day, the party returned to town to join a couple guilds in order to earn some cash money. The Mercenaries Guild sent them off to clear a nearby armorsmith's warehouse of rats. While traveling to the warehouse, the party was shocked, well, I guess not really, to learn that Brian, at the ripe old age of 27, was still a virgin. As the party secured a promise of payment for their work, they sent Brian off, alone, to the local strip club. As the party fought hordes of rats without using AoE spells, Brian worked some magic of his own at the strip club. He was eventually able to lose his virginity, even making it several minutes through sex without crying. As a result of their hard work, the party was well rewarded. Akhmanos gained a new staff of magic that he would later need to magicate, or magicify, whichever one of those is more of a word than the other. Mark gained a spiked codpiece of intimidation. Brian gained mild respect from his crewmates. Wen didn't gain anything because I forgot. Well, I guess she gained a little bit of disgust towards Brian when he announced that he prefers Asian girls. The party later traveled to a local bar where Gigolo gang members were hanging out. They had been tormenting Timmy's dad, Kurt. Since the party felt kind of guilty about killing his wife and son, they figured it was the least they could do to help him out. Upon defeating the thugs and returning to Kurt, they discovered that he had killed himself, leaving just a note, the deed to his house, and a mysterious ring. In the note, Kurt thanked them for taking his son as one of their own, and hoped that they would protect him better than he could. The party set out toward the Artisan Guild, following Kurt's dying suggestion. Along with them, they brought a new friend named Ching. That's with a G, just in case you were wondering. At the Artisans Guild, they decided to throw all their cards on the table about wanting to steal the Griffin chicken chick, which turned out to be a great idea, as the Artisans Guild was revealed to just be a front for the Thieves Guild. Knowing that they could gain help in stealing the Griffin chicken chick from there, they decided to clear their quest log by heading out towards the great chicken fields of Andor. After being directed into the forest by a local farmer named Gitor Copperbaum, the party came across a cave, so they went in. Inside the cave, the party decided to split up, which actually created a much more balanced adventuring experience. In the cave, Mark and Wen went to the right and fought fiercely through small amounts of chickens. Meanwhile, Akhmanos, Ching, and Brian got repeatedly shit on by chickens, nearly dying multiple times, but somehow managing to hold on. Eventually, the party reunited deep in the cave, where they found Mark deep in Wen's cave. As a whole party, the group bravely defeated the Chicken Hydra. Ching valiantly fulfilled his role as protector of Brian, even if he couldn't manage to land a hit 80% of the time, and Brian blew his tuba bravely. After the monster was slain, the party met a were-chicken named Abathold, who they were able to quickly destroy, clearing the source of the magic that was disturbing local chickens. They returned to the farmer to receive their just reward, plus a tip for finding his old branding iron, which I thought had been clearly labeled as GC, but I suppose not. Then they returned to town to plan how to steal the Griffin Chicken Chick. After returning to town, the party got to work planning their Griffin Chicken heist from the castle. Although it required some creative persuasion, the party managed it. Realizing that they would need help creating a diversion, the party tasked Brian with convincing the townspeople to rebel, a task that a pathetic loser like Brian turned out to be perfect for. The party snuck through the halls of the Roost, systematically removing threatening family members of the king as they went. When they found the king's family Bible, they deftly replaced it with a forged copy stating that Brian would be the next king, then removed the real king from the equation. From there, they were able to quickly gain access to the Griffin Chicken, which Mark coaxed to come out with the promises of returning it to Brian. And as Brian's noble diversion raged on, the party flew out of the castle to safety. With the funding for the mission to Pork Pipopolis burning a hole in their collective pockets, the party departed for the eastern shores. Along the way to Pork Pipopolis, the party encountered a derelict ship upon which Mark was introduced to Davy Two-Tone Jones, a malevolent spirit who imbued him with magical powers and a greatly increased libido. As the party traveled onwards to the east, they encountered more ships, but nothing proved to be a match for their growing power. After being turned away by guards in the trough, the party continued on to the pen, where Mark fulfilled his first quest for Davy Two-Tone Jones. After that, Mark and Akmanos finally settled their long dispute of who would win in a 1v1. It was close, but Akmanos won. As the party approached Pork Pipopolis, they wondered what mysteries they would face there. No matter what it turned out to be, they felt confident that they could handle it. The party had steadily been growing again, in power and prestige. Wen was the Onion King, Mark, her Onion Queen, and also the Pirate King. Brian was King of the Roost, and Akmanos was Captain of the Devil's Beef and undisputed 1v1 champion.